Good afternoon, everybody. This is LT back with week 12. Don't mind the numbers. It got a little funky there towards the midseason, but it is week 12 of Air Force Rocket League coming straight at you. Today, first matchup of the day, we're going to have Barksdale B and Aviano A pairing up together. Everybody's joining. So, and I guess we're starting. All right. Cool. Hold on. They jumped the gun just a little bit, but we can make it work. Okay. All right. Play hiccup. We got somebody who was excited to start playing. Start this over again. So yeah, Aviano A, Barksdale B will be the first team. Today we have a fill-in for Aviano A, actually. Somebody that hasn't played since, I want to say week 1. We got Taz filling in for Aviano A this week. Should be an interesting matchup. Got everybody in. Go ahead and get this underway. Again. So we're winding down on the end of the, close to the end of the group stage. Week 12, I believe we have 3 more weeks after this, and we'll go into the finals. So for those that haven't seen this before, this is your first time joining. They're playing currently as part of the group stage and fighting for seeding for the actual final stage. The higher you get for the seeding, the easier the climb through that final bracket will be. Both of these teams, pardon me for a second, with the new changes, I now have to, oh, of course. I'm going to have to change out the B with the last second steal by Taz. B's like, this is your second time playing in 13 weeks. I'm not letting you score it off the bat. Currently looking like Aviano's putting on the pressure. Seeing the ball bounce back and forth, but for the most part, Aviano has put most of the pressure on. Looks like Barksdale's trying to turn that around, as we're seeing. Lots of grouping up on Aviano A's side. B with the shot towards net. Is going to go just wide. Barksdale's going to have an easy clear on that. You lie over to Boss. Boss, I would probably venture to say, has been one of the most improved since the start of the season. From the spectator point of view, being able to see all these teams play, Boss has been by far probably one of the ones that haven't improved the most over the season. We've seen a few from Dias as well, and Big Whiskey, who stepped up last week to kind of take charge of the Minot team and actually helping take a solid first game away from Barksdale A when they played. Trying to remember. Currently, I can't alt tab out without losing audio. Trying to remember how to actually do that. So Taz is finally going to put one in without the help of B being there to actually steal it. Looks like it's going to be a sniper goal from cross court. Fuzz just not able to actually get up and secure it. Barksdale looking to be on their back foot. Kitten playing with it right in the middle. Could have been kind of deadly had somebody from Barksdale just kind of teed it right off the top of their car. Uli with an attempt. Kitten's going to force it back down. The passing play, I'm not sure if that was actually needed. Yeah. Taz just, I think, trying to, stack up them points since he's been out for so many weeks. Yeah, I know. I am kind of lonely. Uli going for that solo air dribble, but not enough to actually take it all the way over. Oh, a nice attempt by Fuzz. Another attempt by Uli right afterwards, but the save by Taz. Barksdale seeming like they found some of their footing just then. And then... Ooh. Oh, no. That fake by Aviano trying to... Looks like throw him off on B. Or maybe he was going for the bump. I couldn't quite tell. And then Fuzz seeing Taz coming from the background kind of forced him to panic a little bit and not get a decent clear out of that that goal line. Like a boss looking like he was going to try and take control of that. Like a boss with the attempt at a shot, shooting it extremely wide to the corner. Which Aviano probably happy about that. Unless they got to worry about shots being on net. Then easier it is for them. Seeing a lot of open space for Barksdale. Rotation not quite there. Oh, a nice touch by Uli. Is he going to be able to get there? No. B's going to push it off to the side and clear it. Fuzz by himself with the one demo down. Uli taking it. We're going to shoot it. Expect to see Liger Boss coming up, possibly on the wall. And there he goes. Taz going to go for that solo dribble. The flick to Kitten. First game, and that's going to be awarded to Aviano. Hello? All right. Well, that's not working. So, bear with me a second while we swap servers. That was played on the US, or I'm sorry, the EU server. This next one we play on a US server. Ooh, yeah, let's not do that. Almost clicked Middle East because of the new servers that they have now that we've swapped over to Epic. Then, where was it? I had to do this a while back, and now I can't remember exactly where it was, but was it video? If anybody in chat knows how to get it to where if you Alt-Tab out, it doesn't kill the audio. I'm trying to remember. Interface. It windowed, not borderless. No, I don't think. I thought it was. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, window doesn't do it either. Windowed. Borderless. So. I don't know. That's awkward. All right. All right, so server's up for the next one. See if we can get the teams in here. And here they start to show up. Was it? I want to say maybe it was library, properties, enable the Steam overlay while in game, use desktop theater. I don't remember what it was. Mute on focus under audio. Was that it? Spectate, options, audio. Mute on focus. Mute on unfocused. Joe Pickle saving the day. Thank you. Thank you. So we got all but one player, it looks like. We got Fuzz, Kitten, Boss, LT. We're missing one player, and then we can get this underway. Okay. Avion is having issues. It didn't pull in one of their players to the actual server. That's fine. So, like I said, we're coming to the end of the season. The finals will be, I believe it's 4 weeks from now. Potentially, I think it's 4 weeks. And basically, all the games that they've played up to this point in the start of the season are, again, placement points. As we go into the finals, the teams will be seeded based off their placement through the group stage. Now, for future seasons, we will end up cutting down the season. But with it being the first season for anything that we've tried to do so far, we wanted to make it a little longer. So a huge shout out to the teams for being consistent throughout the 12 weeks going into 15 weeks total. So huge shout out to you guys for helping make this happen. Still waiting on that. Still waiting on that last player. So, if you haven't already, we will be looking at putting out some information for season 2. Not only for teams, but if you're interested in commentating, even just running some of the background stuff, any kind of help is, grateful. We'll be happy to have you. I've been trying my best. We've had a couple of issues with Aviano internet and just scheduling conflicts and stuff like that, but still waiting. I think they're going to try and come back in. One of the players is getting a connection error as they try to actually join. So, season 2, like I said, will be a little shorter. And what we'll end up doing, most likely, is kind of along the same lines as the League of Legends season that we just started up. There's about, I want to say, 5 or 6 weeks for the group stage, and then the actual finals bracket is broken up into weeks. So although it's still a 9 to 10 week season, the finals are actually played throughout the last, I believe it's 5 weeks or 4 weeks. So that way we're not extending this out any longer, because as much fun as I like to think that the players are having, we need to make sure that we can keep these semi-short. Let's try. So with the change in Rocket League, there's been and going to Epic, there's going to be a lot of stuff that still needs to be ironed out, I'm sure, on the part of Epic and Psyonix. So, try this again. So the format will stay the same throughout the seasons. We like the best of 3. Depending on the amount of teams that we get, will depend on how many games are played each week. So as we get closer, we'll start passing out the information for like team signups and stuff like that. And one of the key things for the season is to understand that this is a base-oriented team, not a pick-and-play type game. So, all right. We're in. Let's get this underway. Going into the second match between... and we just had a player leave. All right. What in the world is happening? Nothing like having 12 solid weeks of nothing happening, nothing going wrong, and then as we near the end of the season, things start to fall apart. I love it. So that time, one of the teammates was unable to select the team that he would join, but yeah, thanks, Psionics. Server's back up. Let's see if we can get the teams in here. Trying to get this under the way. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It happens. Trying to do the best we can. Try this again. I think we got everybody. We do have everybody. Kitten having potential internet issues. So they are playing on the US East server. One of. I've noticed a huge difference in server performance since that merge the other day. For some reason, I'm able to get, 11 ping playing on Central when we queue East. So I have a feeling that without saying anything, they basically dropped Psionic servers and potentially just moved everything over to Epic servers. So again, nothing confirms that. That's just what I think. If you think otherwise, please let me know what could possibly be the reason for the differences in servers since they swapped over. So far, looking a little bit of the same as the first one. Aviano starting off with the pressure, even with the ping disadvantage. Nice little try by Fuzz. Not going to get it near target. Pass out by B. Kitten not having enough. That's a shot on net by Uli, who's going to put Barksdale up 1 with a 3 in a minute and a half into the first match. Second match. Good lord. Pressure maybe getting to Taz. Hasn't played in a few weeks on the season. I know he still plays on the off time. What's everybody's thoughts on the new ranking system? As far as adding in tiers for Grand Champ. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts in chat. Another shot by Fuzz. Gonna get saved by a double commit by Aviano. Aviano on the attack now. Fuzz is gonna try and clear it, but he's gonna send it right down to the middle. Like a boss coming in. He's gonna send it to the other side where Fuzz is waiting. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the fake there for a second. Uli with a nice 50 on Taz. Pushes it right towards B. Taz trying to take a cheeky shot from the ceiling. Kitten's going to put the pressure back on Barksdale. So far, not looking like the ping is actually having too much of a giant effect on Aviano as of right now. I do know most of the time Aviano players will end up playing on US East servers sometimes. Just because, from what I understand, they get more faster games in queue. You lie with an attempt, but Kitten was there to kind of block that shot. Ooh, like a boss had gone up for that, but I think it was Fuzz. Oh, the demo play. Unfortunately, that shot was not on net. B to Kitten. Kitten putting it at the back of the net. That was a nice play by Aviano. Fuzz just pushing a little too far out of the net when they went for the cross. The second Barksdale boys. Red chat just was sorry. The second Barksdale player wasn't quite in position yet. Okay, yeah, and friends that play in the States as well. Aviano keeping that pressure on. 50 seconds left. The game's tied. As of right now, it's looking like it could have been in Aviano's favor with the pressure. And that's an open net. You lie with the save. And Taz going to put it right into the net. There's nobody from Barksdale. Was maybe a miscommunication. Not quite sure, but nobody was in net. They had both kind of turned away on either side of the net. Gave Taz that free shot. See if Barksdale has a response for that. Uli looking like he was going for that demo. Like a boss, not going to be able to do much with that considering he ran out of boost trying to go up the wall with it. A shot by Uli is going to go just wide. That's straight up Fuzz. This is dangerous territory for Aviano. 2 seconds left. And they're going to clear it to Barksdale's side. Aviano A is going to take both games in the series. Well played by both. Aviano just having a little more pressure than Barksdale was able to keep up with. We saw a couple of times where that last goal specifically, Barksdale had people in net, but on either side of the post, they were expecting the ball to go the opposite direction. So as one came onto the post, he turned and faced the opposite way away from the net, and then the other one on the other side did the exact same thing, which left Taz with that open shot. Taz putting up some good numbers for not having played for a hot minute. But bear with us. We'll be right back after a quick break. I am going to run some ads, so if that bothers you, if you could just mute it. It does help the stream out. Watching the ads, it gives the stream revenue, therefore kind of funding the league, if you will, to kind of help with the prizes and stuff at the end. So bear with us. We'll be right back after a quick break, and I set up the next lobby. Surprise, surprise. I have a fellow commentator with me. Um,
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
I am back.
So,
Uh,
tell me how you feel about that first goal where B decided to steal that amazing pinch that you had off the wall and then just kind of touched it with his butt.
so
Freaking.
he apologized for a good minute afterwards because he got bumped into it. At first, we thought we was going to save it, but at first, I was like, that is such an amazing pinch, and then I just see this orange blob in the opposite goal just kind of appear. Like, no. It was
For
good
the
though.
second set, we've got Barksdale A versus the B team for Aviano. Currently, we're waiting for Aviano B to join. I lied. They are in the
Yeah,
lobby.
no, they're in.
So if we want to shoot them the start message, we can go ahead and jump in. Barksdale A sitting on the top of the leaderboards. Currently number 1 seed. Let's see. I think it was Maxwell and Maxwell and Barksdale A had it out last week to find out who was going to take that top seed. Barksdale A came out with they came out swinging. Seemed a little upset with the way things have worked out the last time they played Maxwell. So let's see if they're going to continue that trend and just no mercy the rest of the season.
Already getting an unbelievable amount of pressure. Let's see. Looks like J Doubles is up to try and defend this. Nobody there to follow up. That was a pretty good pass. Barksdale just keeping up that offensive pressure. Good clear by Bobby. Is that a Takumi? It's a Takumi. What is it called? The
Takumi?
RX? Like the alt version? Yeah, the Takumi.
Looks like it.
It is. It's like the alt version. I can't remember the name of it though. I used to rock that before I knew any better. So far, a scoreless game. About a minute and a half in. Both teams doing pretty solid in the back and forth.
J Doubles is one of the ones to watch out for on the Barksdale B side. And that shows right there why. He's got some of the, as far as the Barksdale side goes, the mechanical side of things falls under, I believe, J Doubles.
Aviano.
Not to, no, yeah. No, I was saying
Yeah.
Barks.
J Doubles is Aviano.
Hold on. I did. My apologies. Hold on a second.
Looks like Bobby's having some ping issues right now. That's unfortunate. Ace with a nice save. Not to take away earlier too, Ace had a nice goal, bringing Aviano up 1-0.
I'm slacking today. I forgot to change the teams. There we go. Now we're set.
Getting some nice defense out of Aviano right now. With them being up 1-0, it's a pretty good position.
All right, I'm back. So yeah, as I was saying, for Aviano's side, J Doubles is the, I won't say the mechanically gifted guy, but he definitely has that mechanical side to him that some of his teammates not lack, but just haven't reached yet.
Yeah, they've been
As a team, though,
working
they work
hard
out
to.
very well.
Yeah, they've been play. I think that we've only had 1 or 2 games with subs, but they've been doing good so far. Just like what was I trying to say? They've been, I think, one of the teams that have had the same 3 members almost the entire time. And so they've just been, playing, gelling together, getting to know each other's quirks. Bobby and Ace have been showing some, or a lot of improvement this season.
Definitely can tell by watching the improvement on the players throughout the teams. I mentioned during the first one, Like a Boss is one of those that has definitely improved throughout the season. Ace and J Doubles as well. And not to leave out Ike Bobby, of course, too.
Yeah.
Barksdale A
Nasty.
finally tying it up.
Taking it slow. I feel like they've just been like, not warming up or taking it slow, as it were, but just kind of getting those engines revved. Ooh.
Aviano getting caught out there on the defense, it looks like. J Doubles missing that clear.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting it to be cleared that way. Granted, they weren't in the best position to deal with that, but it was still like just a missed touch into an unfortunate goal.
Yeah.
Nice by Talent.
J Doubles trying to make it back, just not able to make it back in time. And that was a nice double touch by Talent to set Blue up.
Yeah, I don't think Ace was ready for that.
Minute left. Barksdale's up by 2. Expected to see him towards the top, at least leading. Minot came out of nowhere last week, taking a game off of Barksdale A. Thought possibly a turn of the tides with a nice shot by J Doubles, bringing that scoreline back within 1.
Made Blue panic a little bit for that clear, and J Doubles just takes advantage, putting it up high.
Talent expecting that quick shot, but the fact that he put it high, Talent just wasn't able to get there.
It was a double commit from Barksdale.
Seems like the one thing I'm noticing for Aviano is when they're on the defensive side, they're a little slow to challenge, a little slow to the ball. On the offense, though, they can keep up the pressure when it's available, when they can manage to do it. But as far as the, like you'll see there, that little bump in the on the net by Aviano.
Yeah, kind of a little too bunched up, not giving enough space to each other. I can't talk today.
So as the first game closes out, looking like Barksdale going to be staying on top for this game. And just waiting, there's the ball drop. So game 1, going to Barksdale. Swapping servers now. Pretty even across the board as far as stats go. Barksdale just 14 shots total on net. Aviano B only with 4 saves. So didn't look like a whole lot of pressure from Barksdale, but over time that pressure builds, and eventually the team is going to make a mistake and result in a goal.
Yeah.
So
Aviano was showing some great gameplay there for most of the match. It started just kind of like chinked into their armor a little bit. Barksdale just keeping up that pressure and eventually finding those holes, forcing those mistakes.
Private match. So we'll be going back to a US East world. Even there we go. It's weird. Even the like the server layout, when you actually select the region and stuff, it gets weird.
Yeah. I've not been enjoying all of the menu changes.
Yeah.
Thousands of hours of muscle memory now ruined.
Yep. Sorry, I just realized I didn't change the commentator screen.
I'm not hurt by it.
I know. If I gotta be here, you gotta be here. All right. So second round is up. So for Aviano, I think they need to put on a little pressure. We stated already that when they do get the pressure going, that's when they make those opportunities and they're able to score. But when they get back on the defense, it gets a little hairy. We see him get called out a position a lot and bumping into each other. The awareness kind of lacks a little bit as far as where each other are. But if Aviano can keep up that pressure consistently and then get that rotation back when they do have to go on the defense, I think they do stand a chance at taking a game or two off of Aviano or Barksdale A.
Yeah, for sure. They're oh, good, almost good stop. I thought that was a stop for sure, and then it hit that post. Nice little solo flick there. Is that the Aftershock? Did they switch their cars? They did.
Yeah, there's one thing we know about Barksdale A is they can never keep the same car every single match. They tend to swap it up almost every single game. What are your thoughts on the new? Oh man, why can't I remember the name of the car now?
I've only seen the pictures. I haven't. It looks big-ish. Like I don't know what which car's hitbox they're gonna use for it. Like a Merc maybe.
So I know that the Merc now has its own hitbox. I believe they've gone from. It started off as every car having its own hitbox, and then they dropped it to basically the Octane and Dominus hitbox. But from what I understand, now the Merc has its own hitbox as well. So now we're back to 3. And from what I can see and what I've seen on streams and stuff, people are actually digging the new Merc hitbox.
I'll have to give it a try. I know that. Ooh, backflip.
Nice shot by Taylor.
Yeah, took a quick little. How fast was that? Pretty fast. Ace, unfortunately, backflipping. I think there's another hip type. It's like classified as like hybrid, which only a few have. I was looking at the hitbox. This is all like a few months ago, so I need to go look at it again. Not that it matters too much for me because I only use the Fennec or the Dominus usually.
We got any Fennec mains in the chat?
Ooh, nice shot by Bobby.
Talent looking like he was trying to keep that ball close or potentially thought he had somebody out to the left. But either way, as Talent said, it was a great pass by him.
Mm-hmm.
It's Aviano bringing it back within 1. Still doable. 3 minutes left in the second round. Just need Aviano to keep up that pressure and not clam up when it comes to the defense side. We know that Barksdale A is fast. We know they can get there fast. And also, when Barksdale A puts pressure on, they tend to leave their backfield out and open. A lot of the times when Barksdale A is scored on, it's because that last player back tends to cheat up a little too much.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not infallible. They get a little too aggressive, and sometimes they are the top seeded, but they do make mistakes, like we saw earlier, accidentally doing like a small pass. Uh-oh, that's Aviano's kind of bunched up again.
One of the only flaws I can see on the Aviano side is just that defense. Most of the teams suffer from the same thing. So we're not trying to obviously call Aviano out on it, but the defense side of things takes some practice and training. You really got to focus on that rotation. And yeah, it's hard to practice something like that because unless you just go in specifically saying, okay, we're just gonna let them put all the pressure on us, no fun, you know.
Yeah, it's even once you get that defensive rotation down, and it's just like more fluid. Like you can still like make bad touches as long as you got somebody behind you to cover. Instead, you kind of see like it's probably like one of my biggest pet peeves in this game, and obviously when you're in the moment, you're not really paying attention, or you make the same mistake, but missed touches like in the corner when one of your teammates had a way better read. You're like, no, I'm here, I'm gonna hit it anyway, and then it just throws usually the defender out of the loop more than the attacker.
A nice little read by J Doubles, keeping the pressure off and pushing it out and keeping it. And here's an open net.
Bobby not quite. He had the right idea, just wasn't fast enough. There's kind of an example of a little bit too much defense. Ace rotating all the way back instead of kind of like mid or a little bit closer. He might have been able to do something with that ball.
2 players up from Barksdale.
Oh, yeah. What a play.
I think Ace just
He read the one.
The play happen. I think Ace probably could have just stayed. If he would have stayed grounded for that play, he would have had the clear off to the corner. Because both of those Barksdale players that were in the air for that really didn't have much that they could have put on the shot to begin with. It might have had some power on it, but I feel that it would have been an easy enough save had Ace just kind of played back, sat at that back post, creeped out maybe a little bit to cover that far side. But him jumping up and actually going for that block with both of them up kind of not ruined it a little bit, but made it easier for Barksdale to score.
Yeah, defense sometimes, especially when people are doing aerial shenanigans, the right decision is to stay grounded as long as possible instead of going up as soon as possible. Then you have less. Most people don't have the skill to adjust fast enough.
Talon with a nice little touch here. I don't know if it was actually needed, but nice little soft touch to ensure that ball went in.
He'd probably argue that it's needed.
Of course.
You got to secure the goal. Nice bump. To Brazil.
It is. I didn't want to say it, but
I'll say it.
Back to what we've been saying the whole time. We watched Aviano, both players sitting out front of the net on that as the shots were happening. And without having somebody in net, especially playing that close to your net, you're not going to have time to react. That'll be game 2. Barksdale taking it. Just keeping their lead, that top seed, making sure that they stay on top. Numbers a little more lopsided on Barksdale's half this time as far as shots go. Not as many as last time, but you can see Aviano B they weren't able to get enough shots on net to keep that pressure up and cause Barksdale to make a mistake.
Yeah, I think if they review the video from that first match, they can see like what was working, what wasn't, because they had solid gameplay.
They did.
But I hope they continue that. Congratulations to Barksdale.
All right, with that said, we do have 3 more for today matches, 2 more for the regular group, and then we have a makeup game after the normal last match. So there will be a total of 5 games played today. So next up will be Maxwell and Dias We'll be right back after a quick break, and we'll get the season rolling again. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
DJ Live. DJ Live. DJ Live. DJ Live.
All right, we're back. Series 3, the Maxwell number 2 seed versus Dias, which I believe is 4th seed currently. Nothing fancy with the rosters this week as far as the teams go. For Maxwell, we got Grilly, Deathwish, Glassify. Those three have held down Maxwell since the beginning of the season. Done a superb job. And for Dias, we got Crescent gaining an Ash, with Granted sitting out this game. I can't talk enough about, but the players that we've had in the season so far, the improvements that they've made as a whole since the start, and a lot of that probably could be the fact that it is streamed, it is in a tournament setting, so nerves obviously a factor at the very beginning. Nobody was used to it, but the improvement that teams have made, and with improvements, there are also still areas that people need to work on. The biggest one obviously being defense for most of the teams. Just that rotation, not the defense in general, not the ability to clear the balls, but just that rotation in defense is, I think, one of the biggest hitters for most of the teams. And why some of these games get to that point where, we see the Brazils, we see the 8-1, 9-1, so on and so forth. So
I'm not expecting to see that. Both, obviously second seed and fourth seed, and they were closer before too. So I'm excited to see this match unfold.
And as we get into the game, we'll see Dias in the orange, Maxwell on the left. Expect to see lots of pressure coming out from Maxwell. But at the same time, don't sleep on Dias. When they put the pressure on, they can put it on pretty hard and make even the best team kind of crack. Not that I'm biased, you know. Go Dias. But Krezen, actually, I believe this is his first week back. He was gone for, I want to say, 2 weeks. Krezen just had, well, his wife just had the baby, but they now have a new addition to his family. So welcome back, Krezen. Welcome to fatherhood.
Well, that's dangerous.
That was a tricky situation for sure. Looks like they had the communication going. Gaining was already in net, so didn't cause Krezen to panic too much.
Gaining kind of misreading that corner right there. So far, pretty even back and forth. Deathwish just kind of keeping control of the ball, waiting for his teammates to move up.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for a pass, but when he realized he didn't have anybody there, he just chose to, you know, keep it rolling to the other side of the field and try and make another opportunity. A nice touch by Glassify. Dias leaving the net open. Went for that passing play in the mid, but their third man wasn't back. Glassify using his tires to just drop it.
Krezen just waited like a hair too long going for that ball, and him being last man back. Like, either you have to 50 it. Like, you can't just let them hit it.
I do know a roster change will be happening with Dias shortly. I believe, as it is the way with military, Krezen, I believe, will be leaving Dias shortly. Not sure of when, but be on the lookout for that. I know Dias has picked up 1 or 2 other players to potentially fill the teams. So that may end up taking effect potentially by the end of the season or even in the finals.
Oh, nice shot by Ash, top right corner.
Be interesting
Dias
to
just
see
keeping on
who
the
they,
pressure.
Pass off that captain's cap to on the Dias side.
Yeah, it's going to be... I need to try and figure out a way to talk to more European bases, because I'm only gaining more members for the Aviano Rocket League Discord. There's a few more Grand Champs, Champ 3s, and, you know, that you haven't seen play because they were we haven't needed to sub any of them in yet. But they're all rearing to go for next season. So I'm curious to see like what form it's gonna take. Like if we get enough players on USAFE, or if we keep trying to play on the NA server fun, because we know how much fun that's been.
Oh yeah. And eventually, once we can get this on board with everybody, if we manage to get all 49 bases, and including the Europe bases into this, we may even be able to break it up into different regions. So we may be able to get, you know, Air Forces Europe on its own division. That way there's no real big pink difference when they're playing the States other than the finals.
It was a good offensive play earlier for the goal from Maxwell. Deathwish getting the bump for, which I think it was Glassify that just kind of carried it in.
Definitely seeing a faster paced game this game. Demos coming out when they need to be. That last goal was scored by a bump on the Dias side, in the Dias net.
Got another,
Excuse me.
yeah. Got another destruction. Krezen not quite getting there, and Deathwish just kind of sends a little lobber into the net, bar down.
That unfortunate touch by so I guess that just confirmed it. Krezen will be finished this week. They'll be looking to fill that third slot for Dias.
Here's a question: is he going to try and start a Rocket League or join whatever Rocket League team for whatever base he's going to? Unless he's separating. I don't know if he's separating or PCSing. You know what?
I believe it's orders. I believe he's PCSing, but hopefully he's kind of enjoyed it enough to. I mean, that's the only way we're really going to get the word out for this is by the players and people that participate in the actual season, kind of spread the word. We do try to use the Air Force Esports Discord as well as we have the Air Force Rocket League Discord, which is open to all Rocket League players now for the military. We just implemented a 6-man bot in there, so at any given time they can join the queue and try to get a 6-man running with the players from the teams and just the community as a whole. Also keeps track of stats as well for the actual scrim or the 6-man themselves.
I haven't played too much with it yet. I've been doing other stuff, but I am interested.
Well, we got a Rule 1 in the corner. I see Gaining, but I can't tell who the other one is. I'm guessing Glassify, if I had to take a wild guess.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's essentially turned into a 2v2 with an open net on the Dias side.
Hey, you have to give him props. He didn't break the Rule 1.
He did not break the Rule 1. It was Grilly. Oh, okay. It looked like, I thought it was Glassify that was in that Rule 1. Anyways, as we wrap up the first game between Dias and Maxwell, Maxwell is going to take it with a 3-1 lead over Dias. No mercy, he says, in response to Krezen's request.
Cobra Kai.
As we get ready for this next match.
Oh, they're just jumping right in.
Yep, and that's fine. I was about to say it.
Showing the road.
And here we go. Game 2. Dias for Maxwell. Again, these wins for Maxwell just help them keep that much closer to Barksdale. Right now, they're 2nd seed. Dias, I think, is 4th, but behind Minot currently. What happened?
They just all left. I think they're having some kind of server issues. Maybe. I didn't see anything in chat. They're out of the match.
I got a Discord. Hold on. Okay, so they sent it in Discord, requesting a new server.
Okay.
Okay, so I think most of the time I usually have chat off. So they ended up sending it through Discord. So we will restart that server. When they did score, I know they scored, but they did it within. They asked for the new server within 10 seconds, and that was one of the rules going into the season. If we did have bad servers, and what makes it. I mean, we talked about server issues at the beginning. With the new swap for Psionics and partnering with Epic, the server issues have gotten weird because that was an East server that everybody was playing on, and one of the teams had issues. So
yeah, I don't think we've actually had server issues from any of the whenever a Conus team is playing another Conus team. It's usually my guys, because A, Italian internet, B, swapping over to US East or you guys over to EU is just it's got its hiccups. It's got its own issues.
yeah, we got all teams in, and we'll get in the start queue.
Should have put on my estimated 2015 title when I was playing. Just so people know that I've been bad. I've been bad for 5 years.
So looking like steady ping so far. Dias not looking like they're going to be requesting a new one as they're continuing on. Hopefully the servers fix themselves and work themselves out. I mean, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it other than complain. So,
I think the true test is going to be come the 23rd when the new season starts and like everything's all free to play. Like see how much attention it's going to catch.
What are your thoughts? Have you paid attention to the new RLCS? Like the way the brackets and the seasons work now for RLCS?
I have not. I usually don't watch RLCS mainly because I get really discouraged. they're so good. No, I don't really follow it all that much, so I'm unfamiliar with the new brackets.
The interesting they've done this time is they broke it into basically 3 regionals. So one of the major complaints from your everyday player that, you know, is trying to make a name for themselves in Rocket League, trying to get on that RLCS scope, was there was no real definite way to explain how one actually makes it to the RLCS. Because you always see the same teams over and over for every RLCS. So with the new season, they've got what they call splits.
Ooh.
That's a nice shot by Ash.
I'd also like to mention that Glassify is using the Ghostbuster car, and I just now noticed it.
So they've split it up into what they call 3 regionals. Everybody can sign up for the regionals. And from what I understand, once you make it to the regionals, if you make, I think it's the top 3 teams, top 10 teams, maybe just the top team from that regional split, goes up against one of the lower bracketed teams from the actual RLCS. So you're basically trying to beat your way into the RLCS.
Yeah, like you earn the right to challenge for a bracket slot.
Exactly. Now, after the 3 regionals, you have the major event, and that's where it comes down to that same, okay, these were the pros are going in. So it's no longer open for everybody. If you made it in, you're now in the majors. After the majors, you've got the worlds, and that's what everybody wants to see. That's where we're actually, I think, so normally they'll get, I think from the previous worlds and stuff like that, like the LAN tournaments, you get anywhere between 100 to 150,000 people watching on Twitch. And that's kind of what's helped make Rocket League what it is today, with just the amount of views from RLCS and stuff like that. With it going free to play, I have a feeling that those numbers might actually end up bumping up. I wouldn't be surprised to see anywhere between 200 to 250,000 for the actual Worlds LAN event. And that's just going to bring more popularity and more opportunities to Rocket League as a whole.
I'm
A lot of back
excited
and
to
forth
see.
so far.
That's actually going to be very interesting watching. There's a lot of good players that aren't on teams. Ooh, tying it up.
There are a lot of people.
There's a lot of good players that aren't like on official teams.
I believe the next regional split is coming up on the, I think it's the 28th of this month. So far we've played in 2 of them. The team that we ended up trying to put together just to kind of test out the waters and basically spread. We use the AFRL name as our team name just to kind of spread awareness to those that may be at that level that haven't heard about the season and stuff that we've been putting together.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to make it very far, but we were happy. The first time we played, we ended up getting to day 2, which kind of blew our mind. Like, we were happy if we won like the first 2 games and then went out in the first day, but made it to the second day. Oh, this could be trouble. Ooh, Ash
Couldn't
not able
quite
to
get
put in
around
the
it.
shot. Second time, we won our first game, and then I don't know, it just everything felt weird afterwards. So we never made it past the first day. But you know, it was all in good fun. We'll try again on the 28th to see what we can make it. But there are, like you said, there are a lot of people out there that aren't on teams, aren't on pro teams, that really don't get recognized, that have that skill.
And who knows, even like some of the, you know, you play in these events for like experience and stuff, and you know, you get used to that pro level play. You know, I'd be excited to try, even though I'm just you know, a lowly champ 3, which I don't even know how I'm gonna place in this new season shenanigans. Probably be way worse.
I have a feeling that, so the way GC has worked so far is, once you get to that 15-15 MMR, you've made that GC, right? There was no way to distinguish between a low GC and like your pro level GC. You were talking like 2K MMR, you know, 1900 MMR.
Oh, Ganning's just kind of sitting there on the field.
Uh-oh.
I think he's back. Okay, we're good. But yeah, no, I agree. I've been sitting at like 1490, 1480 for so long. It's so tantalizingly close.
Yeah. I think basically it's just gonna show like the different levels. So there's Grand Champ, and then you'll have the 3 divisions. And I have a feeling, so Grand Champ or GC1 will be your normal GC1. I have a strong feeling that like in order to get like GC2, you might have to hit potentially like 1700 MMR. GC3 being, you know, 1800 MMR or around there, and then obviously your Supersonic Legends, the new title, you're looking at the higher level. I wouldn't expect to see too many people hitting that. Aside from obviously your given pros and those people that just are ungodly at the game.
Pretty long overtime going on right now. Been a lot of back and forth. Maxwell almost making a few, making a lot of scary situations for Dias. Oh, there it is.
And there's Grilly to finish it. That double commit right there by Ash and Gaining on their net just left it wide open for Grilly to just get that softest of touches. So that'll be game 2 going Maxwell's way. They're going to keep a hold on that that second seed. Just kind of padding that window for and take more for that third place team to kind of challenge them. I think we're starting to see the seeds actually level themselves out now. We could probably say with about 90% accuracy that the way the seeds are now is kind of where they'll be going into the finals.
Yeah.
But, you know, Minot did show us last week that things can happen. Taking Barksdale A out in that very first game that they played kind of caught me off guard. I'm not sure about everybody else. But, all right. So that was the third game. We'll get into the fourth game shortly after a quick break. We can organize the teams and get everybody set. So we'll see you in a minute.
Good games, everyone.
All right, and we're back for the second to last game for today. This will be the normal group stage that was scheduled for this week between Langley and Minot, and I lost Taz. So
Ow, what?
let's see. Your video's not showing up for some reason. Oh Lord! All right. Let's see. Yeah. So, like I said, this will be the normal match. The game after this will be one of the makeup games for the Labor Day weekend we had. But other than that, Langley versus Minot. Expect Minot after last week and what we saw from Minot and the new captain Big Whiskey. I'm expecting some heaters coming out today. Unless they have a bad day, which everybody can have a bad day. So I'm excited to see this game. Langley, one of the teams that have been with us since the beginning. They played in the original Flash tournament and the Interbase tournament held by Air Force Esports. Again, one of the teams that kind of helped found the actual Air Force Rocket League that we started up. So big shout out to Torrico, and Joe Pickle Bob and Big Whiskey for the help on getting all this started. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. We'll give them the start cue.
Here we go.
And as the players take the field, Langley in the blue, Minot in orange. Minot with a new sub today.
Yeah, I don't recognize the name. Kangaroo? Oh, okay. Kangaroo.
Also, yeah, both teams have a new sub.
King Moore.
There's Kangaroo and then King Moore for Minot.
I hope you guys don't expect me to say kangaroo too often because it kind of hurts my brain.
Big Whiskey going for an attempt at a shot from the corner. Not able to make contact with it.
Interesting clear attempt.
Be interesting to see how these two subs actually play on like inside the team. And there's a I thought that was a bump. It's gonna be interesting to see how these two new subs actually fit into the team. See what kind of like role they take up on the team.
It's weird seeing Minot without Joe Pickle playing.
It is. It is. Whiskey's done a good job at taking over the reins. He managed to step up as well. King Moore, the sub, putting the first goal into the game. With a pass by Big Whiskey, shooting it straight up. Tor got caught off in net. Playing up by the post. Had to back up to try and get that angle, but King Moore was just a little too fast.
That was a good read by him. Minot keeping the pressure up. Squirrely Dan in a pretty new skyline.
That interstellar paint scheme too. Oh, it was a nice shot. Kangaroo looking for that that top right corner. Luckily, somebody from Minot was there to block it. Ooh, the dribble's coming out.
Dukes. JPEG tried to steal that.
Yeah. Big Whiskey trying to throw it off the corner. JPEG going up. Oh my, how did that work?
I kind of lost track. I started paying attention to stats a little bit, like looking over at chat, then suddenly it was in. What happened here? Ooh. That was a nice shot.
was an interesting play for sure. Not probably what they had anticipated, but
How long as it goes in?
Kangaroo, I couldn't tell if he was looking for a pinch.
Squirrely Dan clearing that off to the side. Not quite getting it though. A little too
Interested
slow.
to know how much these teams have actually played with the new subs.
I don't know. It's always brings an interesting dynamic. Seeing sub players, it's like you don't know. Sometimes it's just like how you mesh too, because you know you could be a more skilled player, but not really play well with the team's mechanics. So so far it looks like there hasn't really been any confusion from either team.
Ooh,
Nice
a
save by Tor.
Yeah. Squirrely Dan looking to pick up that boost.
Not quite getting it. Getting a good pass out to mid though. Fakes from both teams. Fakes from everybody.
At some point, you just got to stop faking and actually hit the ball.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the ball ever loses like any kind of friction. So eventually it will go in somewhere, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna be within the 5-minute mark though.
Ooh, demo coming out by Langley. Not going to be able to really do much with that demo play, though. That's the second time that Kangaroo's thrown off his teammate, from the looks of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it potentially just a lack of communication or the fact that they are playing as a team for the first time. Kind of hard to say without knowing the like what goes on in the background.
Nice backboard pass, but nobody there to take advantage.
Whiskey gonna push this in the corner, try to follow it. JPEG is up, and he's gonna put it in the top left.
I was about to call it a miscommunication from Minot because both of them were in the corner, but then there was just even more confusion from the defenders, and JPEG just kind of took advantage.
Yeah. Somehow it worked.
Nice and speedy. Sometimes you just gotta be fast.
Oh, and that's a kickoff goal. A little bit of miscommunication on Langley's part. Oh no, Torrico just got beat to the ball somehow.
I didn't see
The
if
two
you did a
guys
fast
in the back
kickoff
weren't
or not.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be it for game one, though.
First game going towards Minot.
After the first two goals by Minot, it started. The game started kind of like equalizing until again, like I looked like just some like meshing errors, you know, from the having the sub. Few missed touches, few confusions on defense. JPEG with 6 shots on goal, though.
Definitely putting on some pressure for Langley from the Minot half. Potentially what caused the confusion there on Langley's part. And let's get underway for the second game. So this, again, just to clarify, this is the last game of the regular scheduled group stage. We will have one more game after this to kind of help out, even out the missed games for 2 weeks ago. The same thing will happen next week as long as there's no issues. We will have 5 games total played instead of just the 4, and then we'll be back on schedule. We try to work around, obviously, the military schedule, being as funky as it can be sometimes. And Kangaroo went up the wall and off the ceiling for this shot.
Yeah. So I actually like what he did beforehand, like even before like this happened right here, which was, admittedly sick, is he got control of the ball, took out the wall, got it centered, but then centered it for himself, which was just awesome. But
Oh, we got a
oh,
roll
we have
one
a
in
roll.
the back of the net. Rocket League never ceases to amaze me sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
Question is somebody getting up? They're still hanging strong. So it turns into a 2v2 between Minot and Langley.
Oh, that whiff right there.
Swirly Dan going for the demo. And that could be it.
Langley just coming out of nowhere this match. Wait, how did they move? They were like vertical earlier.
Well, they were on the wall, and eventually physics says that
Yeah.
what's up is going to come down. So
You think
I'm
they would have slid out
surprised.
of the roll one?
And that's what I thought was going to happen, but I don't know. Maybe they locked it in, and they were dead set on finishing that rule one. So
Yeah, it's, mad respect for finishing. That was one of the most interesting rule ones I've ever seen.
oh, what a
Ooh.
nice shot by Whiskey. That angle was kind of ridiculous. I thought that was going crossbar down, but
Yeah, nice shot.
so Whiskey, I was talking about him last week. One of those other ones that I keep harping on players that have like improved throughout the season. Whiskey exclaimed to me today that he managed to make it up to Champ 3. And I've seen him streaming a couple of times and watching, and he's been putting into practice. So it's nice to see that the season has kind of helped some of those players and give them that drive to actually get better and continue with it instead of just playing it as a game that you just play once a week.
And I agree. I was in that Flash tournament, the original Flash tournament. I was Diamond 3, and like haven't played in a year or two. And then just being the sub for Aviano, just made me want to improve. I hit Champ 3 fairly fast, but it was nice just to get that, like, feel the improvement, have that motivator. That was interesting.
It'll be nice
couldn't tell if they were-
we can get. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying it'll be nice as we get more teams. I would absolutely love to be able to break it up into divisions. With his Kangaroo, that was a nice shot by Kangaroo. I'd love to be able to get it to be more of an even playing field. And by doing the divisions like we've talked about in the past, if we can get the players and the amount of people to kind of participate, being able to break up the Air Force Rocket League into divisions, starting from the first division or fourth division be like bronze to plat 3, third division going from like diamond 1 up to champ 1 or champ 2, and then the second division being your champ 3s and GCs. And then that first division, when we think of like a base team, that's what that Division 1 would be. Your ultimately GCs that compete for a spot to represent the team on like an actual tournament-based schedule outside of just the Air Force Rocket League. I mean, that was the vision that we had going into it, and maybe one day we'll get there, hopefully. As long as we can get the participation and the players interested. A lot of it comes with word of mouth, which is hard to do now that COVID has been. That was a nice shot with that double tap read.
You can kind of feel, so like I don't think they were quite happy with Langley getting that fast goal earlier, so they've just been keeping up the pressure. Langley putting up a great showing this round, tied up 3-3.
So for every shot that Langley has put on net, Minot has had an answer for so far.
Nice little pinch by Squirrely Dan.
Nice tight angle attempt by Squirrely. Toro Rico's in the back, gonna be the last man back. It's gonna get by him. Kangwoo's gonna go up off the ceiling. That could have been deadly. All it took was
Nice
one
clear
bad
by
pitch
Tor.
between him and Whiskey.
Yeah. Squirrely with a shot high. Rico with a nice read.
Nice shot.
That was good play.
Great read by
Oh.
Tor.
Everybody's getting so good. I love it.
Going for another 50-50. It's going to be pushed into Minot's half. Squirrely Dan going up. Toro Rico with another
Tor-
shot on net, just high of the corner.
Dude, Langley's been putting on some pressure. Dangerous spot though.
You see the defensive rotation on Langley's half there. JPEG up, going for that double. Is he going to get it? No. King
Oh.
just high.
Only a few seconds
Nobody
left to yeah. They got to do something on this play. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Langley taking game 2.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That was a different Langley than we saw the first game, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might be feeling a little more confident now. Going into game 3, we gotta see if Minot has an answer or if Langley has just turned the tides on Minot. Give him the start cue. They get so excited they jump into the match right away, and we got to get them in here before it starts again. Before the counter starts going down.
There we go.
Nice
Ooh,
shot by
that was
Whiskey.
dangerous.
Or no, that was Moore.
That was more. That was a. It was a nice speedy one too. A little defensive rotation issues they're having. Looks like it just sorted itself out though.
Kangwoo trying to pass it out to Squirrely. Rico's got to be careful. He's the last back. All he's got to do is get a good clear, and JPEG will cement that goal for Minot, putting them in the lead with 30 seconds into the first match, or into the game 3.
Yeah, what an unfortunate whiff. Just slightly like misread or mistimed his jump and couldn't correct. Squirrely up. Pass down to, well, nobody there.
JPEG with a booming clear back to Langley's half. Moore with a shot on net is going to make it just over Squirrely. Widen that gap by 1 for Minot.
It was a good shot.
It was. I don't think Squirrely was expecting the power that he got off that shot.
Normally when you expect like see something that fast from that close on net, like off the ground, you're kind of expecting, you know, backboard at least, but that just went straight into the top. Ooh.
Nice job on JPEG here. Initially it was a double commit right there. JPEG managed to actually throw himself back to the ground using a little bit of boost and catch that ball and catching Langley off guard with one of their defenders in the back of the net. So
I think they were just as surprised by me. Like I thought for sure he was too close, and he ended up catching it. Good play by him.
Puerto Rico. What was that?
I was
I don't
focused
know
on
if that
like
was
the
a
other 3 people up in
pre-read.
the air. What just happened? 1, 2.
Nice touch by Puerto Rico.
I think they're all Dude, it was like a switch and bait, dude. Squirrely Dan's up in the air, but he's paying attention to him, and Torrico's just, on the down low, waiting for it.
Chance for Langley to make that comeback. 2 goals down, 3 minutes left in the best of 3 match. We need to see
Nice
Langley start putting some more pressure. Nice little touch by JPEG to send it further into Langley's half.
Kangaroo trying to get a pass off, but his teammates were probably low boost retreating.
I think at the lower levels, even up into Champ 3 and low GC, you tend to see people, instead of trying to like catch the ball, and I'm guilty of this myself. I try every now and then, but my reads are apparently horrible. Try to, instead of catching the ball, keeping it close and paying attention to like where the defense is at and stuff like that. They tend to just kind of throw the ball as far as and hard as they can when it comes to clearing.
I'm
Nice
100% guilty of that.
Oh yeah.
I love booming the ball. Generally, I have a pretty high shot percentage for long shots, which is kind of what I think, is like the only saving grace, or otherwise I'd just be like a really, really bad player.
I get yelled at by Joe all the time because I'll try to slow the play down, and then ultimately, at the higher levels, people can read that faster than you would expect them to. Then
Yeah.
you're basically just setting them up. And I had the bad habit of doing it like okay, well I can't throw it in front of my net, so let me try and dribble it around to clear it into the corner or something, and they get that weird pinch. With a breakaway goal attempt for Minot, not gonna be able to put it in.
Still in a dangerous spot though. Oh, Whiskey trying to pass it or shoot it, accidentally knocks it backwards. This is a very weird sequence. This corner.
Maybe we were gonna throw it off to the corner. Had to jump because that bump was coming in from the back.
Squirrely Dan kind of in a dangerous spot. Oh, it does get the clear though.
A
What?
double demo coming out by Langley. Minot has just increased the pressure tenfold on Langley's net. Like, they are not trying to let Langley put even a shot on their net. Their rotation has been pretty solid as well too. You can see that
Clear
third
by
man
further
back
down.
isn't as far back as normal, but he's not as close either.
You are seeing that though, like whenever Langley does get a clear, they tend to boom it not enough, basically into a waiting Minot player's arms.
Oh, it was a nice pass attempt. Puerto Rico didn't have the boost and unfortunately side flipped when he did go up for that shot. Big
Squirrely
Whistle
Dan's been
coming in
having
with
a
the
lot of,
shot.
So Squirrely Dan, even though it hasn't shown on the scoreboard, he's had a lot of really nice saves and clears.
Six seconds left in game 3. Minot's up by 3. Seen a lot of things in Rocket League, but I'm pretty sure we can call this one in favor of Minot. As we just wait for the ball to hit the ground. Minot takes game 3. Good games between both of them. Langley's showing up in that second game. And then we take a look at the shot percentage on Langley's side, and we're not seeing near the shots we saw in that second game where, Langley was able to keep up with the pressure from Minot.
Yeah, I don't know what the mentality change was for Minot in that third game, but it was relentless. They just kept it on Langley's half of the field basically for a full 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, we did see that they just couldn't break out of Langley. Couldn't, even with the clears that they were trying to put out. Like you said, that last guy back, he was in the position to catch that clear and just throw it right back onto the other side of the field again, helping Minot put that pressure on Langley and keeping Langley essentially just clammed up, and they couldn't really, do anything at that point. With that being said, we're going to go on one more quick break. We got one more game, and this will be, let's see, Langley versus Barksdale. So Langley has a chance for redemption. We'll take a quick break, get everything set up, be back for the last game of Week 12. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Sorry for that long delay. I only have 4 slides set up for the weekly stuff that I normally set up. And with that 5th one today, kind of threw things a little out of whack, but we're set now. So, next game is Langley versus Barksdale. Langley warmed from that last game. Barksdale B has played today, but the time in between games may be a factor. We're attempting to get everybody in now. Talent's funny. So, again, next week will be the same thing. We will have 5 games. I know I've probably said this numerous times, and I apologize. But we do have makeup games. This is that makeup game. This will help the stats and kind of bring everything back to normal with Barksdale being flooded out because of the recent hurricanes, and then Labor Day not being played. So we've got everybody in. Let's jump down, get everybody on the field, and actually get this last set of games underway for Langley versus Barksdale B.
Speaking of hurricanes, if I was back at Herbert Field right now, my old house would be incredibly flooded. Panhandle got wrecked by Hurricane Sally.
Did they?
Oh yeah.
I went through one hurricane when I grew up living in Florida, and that was Hurricane George, and it was interesting to say the least.
Ooh,
Nothing
nice
like
save.
walking out onto your porch and looking down, because we lived in a stilt house. Being on Florida, we also lived on the like a canal.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out during the eye of the hurricane when there was nothing happening, and underneath our house it was like we lived on the ocean. It was extremely weird.
There's a lot of if anybody's ever been to the Destin area in the Panhandle, it was flooded basically, like the entire the Destin. Ooh, what a shot from Fuse!
Will one after the shot?
I think. I'm not sure.
Didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No, that's cool. The entire Harbor Walk Village was submerged. It's like a boardwalk area off on the Sound, just so maybe like 12, 15 feet of water.
Yeah, we had during that hurricane, we had some people come stay with us, and they had parked their car underneath the house, and some of the debris had actually blown out their back window, so their car got flooded.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad as people made it out to be, but I think it was only, I think, like a Category 3 hurricane at the time when it actually finally rolled through. So. But enough about that. Back to Rocket League. Barksdale B up by 1.
They've been keeping the pressure up. Sorry, Fuse has been doing some work.
I noticed some confusion on Langley's behalf a little earlier while we were talking. Defensive mistakes, like they were slightly confused on who was going for what, and I think it was right after that first goal by Barksdale. I have a theory. You want to hear my theory?
Yep.
I think Langley is actually sleeping on all of the teams.
Okay.
I think once it comes to the final stage, they're trying to they're gonna make a name for themselves. They're gonna come from the bottom, and they're gonna show up, and it's gonna be same players, but it's gonna be a team that these guys have never played against before.
I can get behind that theory. After Aviano A, of course, because I have to be biased.
Of course, of course.
But no, yeah, just the last games that we saw with them were just incredibly, like, they've just been getting more solid as a team and Rocket League players this entire season. So I am kind of curious. They seem to be struggling this game at least a little bit defensively. They haven't. I want to see that game 2 that we just saw from them. Just like keeping up all that pressure, making good reads and wall reads and stuff. It was just. I want to see more of that.
See, that's where my theory comes from. I think they accidentally let it slip just a little bit and then had to like throttle it back.
You're like, whoa, guys, calm down. This is for the finals, not right now.
Yep. Ooh, a nice shot by Kangaroo.
All right, children, you need to stop fighting in chat. This is a wholesome place.
Barksdale A is having a family dispute in chat right now. What do you mean? How do we know how the finals are gonna go? Can you elaborate on that question just a little bit? Do you mean like structure-wise or? Yes. So okay. So for the finals, it will be run on 2 days. If we were to run it on a single day, it would make for a very, very long Sunday. So the idea for finals will be the round 1, round 2 games will be played on Saturday, and the semifinals and finals will be played on Sunday. And that will prevent us from having such a long day. And the fact that the semifinals are a best of 5 and the finals are a best of 7. And we tried to make sure that that kind of keeps, time down. If we were to do all that, it'd be a long day. Number 1 seed going auto semifinals. You wish. They may. So number 1 seed, I think the way it normally works is number 1 seed usually plays the lower seed. That's the whole point of having that high seed going into the finals, because you tend to get paired up with the lower seeds. But no, you guys will not be going to semifinals. Automatically, I should say. Who knows? Like I said, maybe Langley will show up and take you out in your first game. We'll see. Game 2. Barksdale up by 1.
Yeah, the last game, Langley just couldn't quite get that 1 goal back. Barksdale just, defending. Just defending that 1 goal lead is all you got to do sometimes.
Oh, nice shot.
What a defensive play from Barksdale. Ooh. Brooks Mankles.
1 to beat, and that's going to do it. A nice play by Kangaroo. Unfortunate challenge by Fuzz sending it off to the corner, but Tor was there to actually read it off the bounce. Barksdale's last guy back going for that challenge. Luckily for Langley, they were able to get it around that last player. Like a boss going for that double touch. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most improved players. You would not have seen this in the first weeks of Air Force Rocket League.
Gives it an oops.
It's an oops.
That was a good shot. Just what they needed to answer the. I was saying, can we get a return double tap? Oh, Squirrely Dan, what a shot!
What a shot indeed. Top right corner, right before the ball bounced. Fuzz not able to get it. Potentially the way he jumped, maybe thinking they were going low with that.
No, that was good placement. That was from Fuzz's position. That was almost impossible. You'd have to be up mighty early.
Langley putting on the pressure.
It looks like Barksdale's having, oh, like that little double commit right there. It looks like Barksdale's actually having more of a defensive rotational issue this game. Kangaroo stealing that. It's a good pass from Fuzz.
Like a boss, pre-jumping that. Not able to really do much with it, just sends it right back down for Squirrely. Fuzz is gonna turn. Kangaroo, that pre-jump beat him to that read.
Squirrely clearing it off to the side. Oh, gets the demo. Teammate wasn't there to, yeah, that would have been a good boomer. Oh. Squirrely out to mid.
Like a
Both
boss
teams
faking,
faking.
waiting for the pass. 2 up. Tor's gonna clear it to the orange corner. Safe play by him.
It looked like there's some confusion on who was going to go for that, giving like a boss enough time to pinch that into Blue's corner. Oh, he almost got the bump. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That would have been sweet.
2 minutes left. Looking like Langley's holding strong. They've been putting the pressure on for this match. Not
Yeah,
sure where
look,
this was for the first one, but again, it boils down to I think they're sleeping. A nice
Squirrely with
shot
a nice
by
shot.
Squirrely.
Yeah, they wanted to extend that lead. Nice, like a good catch from right here, just putting it in a position for Squirrely Dan to boom it.
I mean, if you just watch from the first match and then going into the second match, I'm telling you, my theory, it has potential. Because you watch Langley and you see the way some of the mistakes they make in that first game, like diving for the ball or just getting a missed touch or a misread. And then games like this where it almost like instantly clicks. It's like, really? Come on now. Like, stop sleeping on us. Just show it was what we're looking for in the finals. Buzz going up, looking for a teammate, but nobody's going to be there.
Nice clear by Squirrely.
Barksdale's going to give Langley some time, which is ultimately going to result in a goal by Kangaroo being merged up with all 3 defenders. Putting it around Raspberry. Extending that goal lead to 3 with 1:12 left.
They're doing it again, man. Game 2, just turning it back on.
Barksdale A giving some shout outs to the B team. Showing some love.
Ooh, double commit there. Looks like they will get back in time, however. Dude, Squirrely Dan's been a defensive powerhouse for Langley.
He has.
A lot of his saves and clears have been like just what they needed.
Tor gonna throw it up. Squirrely's already up. Barely misses
so
that.
close. Oh, ceiling? Oh, he thought about it.
Oh, the double. I don't think he meant to touch that, but it almost worked out in their favor. Squirrely, that defensive powerhouse, not going to be able to do much for that one.
Yeah, I don't think he had the boost to like pinch it. He was just trying to get it off to the side.
And that's going to wrap it up for game 2. Langley's going to take it potentially 4-2. Minute left or second left. They might be able to get a kickoff goal, but I highly doubt it at this point. And they're just going to let it play out and we're going to game 3. Kind of a
Deep
repeat
stab.
from what we saw on the last game, where Langley came out, tied it up. But what are we going to see come game 3? Is Langley going to be able to kind of hold on? Or are they going to, for lack of better words, throw?
I said Squirrely Dan was being a defensive powerhouse, but now you look at like the end goal. He had 2 goals, 6 shots on goal, an assist. He was just all over the place, making solid plays. Same with Tor and Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Yeah, I'm just it gives me like a stroke almost every time I say it. But no, it was a nice solid play.
So going into game 3, we'll just get the game started right away. We know the players want to. So why not just let them get it on and see who comes out as the top player or the top team for this set of matches.
Oh, weird bounce.
Kangaroo's already up.
Raz had a nice clear. Ooh.
Might have played that one a little differently on Barksdale's side. Seeing that the defender was right there, potentially could have gone for a fake just to try to get around him. Instead, he chose to hit it and kind of help the other team clear it back to the other side of the field. Fuzz looking for that pass to mid. Ooh, nice try by Kangaroo.
It was a good clear by like a boss. Kind of set it down there in the corner though.
It's paining me not to say the R in that. Like, it hurts every time I have to say it.
That's why, if you notice, I think I said his name twice. Just that one recently, and when I first tried to say it, it's hard. I'm sorry, no offense. I have trouble talking as it is.
Kangaroo going for that that sneaky redirect play, trying to get it around the backside of the defender when he had that 1v1. Squirrely Dan's up. Gonna be back to Kangaroo. I'm saying Kangaroo from now on. I can't say Kangaroo. It hurts. Ooh, that could have been bad for Langley, but luckily they managed to clear it out. So back to pressuring Barksdale B's half.
Nice. That was almost super sweet. That was a good pass.
Ooh.
Looks like it's above Whirly. Kangaroo trying to gauge if he has time or not. He did.
So I mentioned it earlier, and that last touch right there by Kangaroo is the kind of what I was talking about. I think I know what he was going for, but that first touch was just a little too hard. Essentially, just gave the ball away to Barksdale. Double commit by Langley. One left back, and that's going to be Tor.
Hey, both teams just kind of like did it like one after another, just like hit it to the other side with real no goal or purpose.
So like a boss, choose to go for the bump there instead of actually trying to go for the ball. It's one thing we haven't really seen these two teams actually like focus on are the bumps in the demos.
Good pass by Squirrely after Kangaroo. Tore up. It's over him.
The back
Raz
foot
with
by
a nice
Squirrely.
little clear. Yeah. I think they were both too low boots to go for that.
Oh, that's going to be a shot on net. Like a boss at 50. Popping out with the oops again.
I think honestly, I kind of feel like that was a slight misplay by Kangaroo because like he did have control, but when he tried to take it inside, he forced a pinch, and that was just could have only ended unfavorably.
Yeah, the defender was already on the inside of the play and trying to cut back. With the defender already in the position that you were trying to cut back in, it's never going to result in a good thing.
Yeah, even if you like took it up the
wall.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Oh god, please.
The anxiety is killing me. Put it in. That was so hard to watch.
Yeah, that was kind of like jumping my seat a little bit, especially after Kangaroo, like kind of if that second one, I'm like, oh no!
Not even playing, and I was panicking.
Yeah.
Langley ties it up. We got a minute 30 left. Low scoring game so far. I hate to sound like, you know, a generic, but I have a feeling that the next goal is actually going to be the one that wins the game. I don't know if the other team will be able to answer. What is happening?
Luckily, Squirrely Dan got that was very dangerous, but luckily he got it off to the side. Guys? Okay. Oh no!
I don't know. I can't process what just happened. Hold on. Okay, so Raspberry tried to cut off that that clear and got the favorable bounce off the corner.
Tor just
Sending
couldn't
it,
quite get to it.
yeah, sending it straight into the net.
Well, let's see if your prediction's true.
I don't know. I say if Langley loses this, that's exactly what their plan is.
Oh, Squirrely with a nice shot.
.20 seconds left. The pressure's on Barksdale currently. Kangaroo's up, looking for Tor on the other side. Grab the boost off the wall. Back to Kangaroo.
Oh, that was nice.
A shot.
That was also
net.
nice.
Finish it! Finish it!
What a play! I hate that didn't work. That was it. That was the tying score. What a game!
Confirmed. I'm saying Langley is sleeping on everybody. You can't change my mind. You can't change my mind.
What a
GG's to
game,
both
though.
teams. So that wraps it up for this week. Thanks for sticking around, man. I'm telling you, they just confirmed my suspicion. It may look like they had lost intentionally, or not intentionally, but that they just couldn't do it. But my suspicions are confirmed. You can make up your own suspicions on how the remainder of the season is going to go off. But I'm already trying to envision how the finals and the final round is going to look. But GG's everybody.
GG's
Thanks for
everyone.
coming out and watching. Taz, well played on that first match. Thanks for jumping in and helping me commentate and
No problem.
fill that loathsomeness. But we'll catch you guys next week. Sunday, 1300 Central for Rocket League. If you're interested in League of Legends, we just started that up as well. 1300 on Saturdays. Same channel. We'll catch you guys next week. Have a beautiful weekend. Well, what's left of it anyways. And take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys later.
Later.